The reason why we emphasize so much on rest and recovery is because it's not just your body that needs it, it's also your mind. I'm sure week number 2 has been another strenuous and fun week of training with Shwe. So now let's get ready and do our stretches to recover well. So the first movement we're going to do is the cat camel. We're going to be doing 1 round of all for 10 reps aside. So here's what we're going to do for movement number 1. Yeah, like I said earlier, in the previous session, that is, it's important to warm up even before we stretch. Yeah? So now, knees directly below the hips, palms directly below the shoulder. From there, I want you all to lift the mid back as high as you can and drop the mid back as low as you can and lift the head up. So you're creating that dip, and over here, the opposite side, you're creating that mountain. Yeah? Let's start going. 10 reps over here, nice and easy. As you lift your mid back up, I want you all to drop your head down. Just like that. And as you go the opposite, as you drop the mid back down, lift the head up. Yep. Keep moving. Stay with me on the pace. Let's do 5 more from here. It's very important to mobilize the spine. A lot of muscles around the spine, we do not realize they do a lot of work which need to be stretched regularly to avoid any sort of back pain. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. And switch. The next thing we're going to do is a side lying T-spine rotation. For that, we're going to lie on our side. We've got to keep your knee in line with your hip. Shoulders rested. Yeah. In case you have any sort of a neck issue, I suggest you'll keep a pillow so you're not dropping your head down, because that's going to kind of create a little tension in the neck. So just keep it straight, neutral spine. From there, both your hands forward, lift that hand up, rotate as much as you can, try and reach it back, but don't lift the knee off like I just did. Yeah, it needs to stay down, touching each other wherever you can go without losing contact with the knees. Let's move. Stay with me on the pace, not too fast, not too slow. Focusing on opening up the mid back, the T-spine, the thoracic spine. That's the part of the spine that does the movement. You're supposed to be doing all the movements rather. Knees pressed against each other. Remember, knees pressed against each other. It's okay if you're not going all the way back and see me. I'm also not reaching there. That doesn't mean you shouldn't. Just saying that whatever you can is what you do. Let's do 1 more after this. 1 last one. Excellent. Let's switch side now. Just gonna turn around so I'm still facing y'all. Knees in line with the hip. Hands forward in line with the shoulder. Knees pressed against each other. Let's begin. As much as you can go without losing contact with the knees. Just focus on that mid back, rotating as much as it can. So here's what happens. I can see if I lift my knee up, I can touch the floor. That means all the work is not being done by my mid back. But I want all the work to be done by my mid back, so I'm going to focus on pressing my knees together, so that way the hip is staying right there. Nice and easy. Let's get 3 more in. One last one. Nice and easy. Excellent. Now from there, we're going to move to something called the plank to mountain toe touch. So we're going to start off in the high plank position. Palms directly below shoulder. Straight line from shoulder to heel. From there, lift the hips up nice and high. Any one hand comes, touches the opposite toe and drops back. In case you're not able to touch your toe, that's perfectly fine. You can just touch the knee and come back. Okay? Wherever you feel comfortable. Either way, I want you to try and push your heel down. 20 reps in total, which is 10 aside. Lift the hips up nice and high. Breathe out as you do this. Press your palm into the floor. Focus on lifting the hip up high, and when you do that, drive your heel down. So you've got to feel that stretch in your calves. Breathe out and back. Breathe out and back. Going. Let's do 4 more from here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Excellent. Drop the knee down. That's a good way to open up the shoulder, your ankle, and also you've got to feel that stretch in the hamstring. Now the next one's going to be the scorpion twist. So for that we need to lie on our stomach. Keep your hands in line with the shoulder, not forward, not back. Hand in line with the shoulder. From there, lift the leg up, drop it down to the back, and hand goes up. Okay, so you're opening out the hip, and this is mainly focused on the shoulder. Come back to center from there and go the opposite side. You're going to switch side. It's going to keep going alternate side. Let's move. So that means 20 in total to get in 10 aside. Nice and easy. Stay with me on that pace. Going up every rep, holding it there for a second, making sure you feel that stretch. Don't rush it. Feel that light stretch. Hold it there and back. You've got 5 more on each side. Try and drop that leg in the back. So lift that leg, drop it in the back, and hand goes up. Nice and easy. When we just keep doing all those push-ups and hand movements, the shoulders get really stiff, so you've got to open that out, and including your laptop work. Yeah, let's not forget that. Let's do 1 more on each side. Let's get 1 more on each side. Excellent. Now from there, we will move to the lunged hip flexor, the lateral bend. For that, 1 leg goes forward. As whenever you want to sip on water, please do that. Yeah, just because we're doing stretches, that doesn't mean you don't sip on water and you don't get tired. Yeah, you will still. Some of you might get tired. It's perfectly okay. Yeah, just remember that. Now, whichever leg is forward, push forward first. Sorry, whichever leg is forward, that hand stays down. The opposite hand goes up. As you drive forward, drop that hand to the side and come back. Move forward a little bit, drop that hand to the side, nice and slow. Please don't rush this movement, yeah? It's very, very small range of motion here, but you're really going to feel that hip flexor and the outer part of your hip on the back leg open out as you do this. Drive forward, lateral bend. There. Nice and easy. Please don't rush it. I repeat, please don't rush it. Nice and slow. We got 5 more. 4 more. Keep the arms fully extended there. Push it up and then drop it to the side. Let's get 1 more in. Just 1 more rep. Brilliant. Come back down. Let's get the other leg forward. And whichever leg is back, same hand goes up. As you drive forward, the hand drops to the side. Small, just watch my range of motion. It's just that much, that's it. Just there, and I'm coming back just a little bit. Just a little bit. Remember, you got to feel that in your hip flexor and the outside of your hip. Five more. With me, nice and easy. In case you're losing balance, just keep your hand on your knee. Let's get 1 more rep in. Let's just get 1 more rep in. Push forward, twist, and back. Brilliant. Last one, prone swimmers, yeah? This one is meant for our shoulder joint, and it's going to help us a lot in terms of the internal muscle of the shoulder and the scapula. Yeah? So for that, it's called the prone swimmers. We're going to lie on our stomach, hands go forward. From here, lift your hand off the floor, take it back. Now your palms are facing up as you go back. As you reach there, bend the elbow, get your hand to your lower back, then bring it out, rotate, rotate. Now palms are facing forward, palms are facing down as you finish. Let's go, 10 reps there. Nice and easy. So this one is in fact working your lower back as well, because you're lifting your chest up as you do this. Keep that slow in case you need to come over here and drop and rest for a second. That's perfectly okay. Try and stay with me though. Let's get 5 more in. Four more. Last 3. 2 more. Come along. And one last one. Brilliant. So while we're doing this in a recovery session, it's very important to kind of open out, not stay here, because when we end up working the big muscles a lot, we also kind of end up staying there. Yeah. So this will help come back and come into our normal, our rather more accurate body posture. Now from here, let's move into holding the poses. So first one is going to be the puppy pose. Yeah. So for the puppy pose, we're going to go something similar to our child's pose, where we sit back on our heel to start. From here, what I want you to do is lift the hip up, hands go forward as much as you can. From there, don't bring the hip ahead of the knee. Keep the hip slightly back, hands slightly wider than shoulder width, slightly wider. From there, drop your chest down as much as you can. Push the chest down as much as you can. Shoulder blades squeezed in the back and pulling them back together. As you push your chest down, that's going to automatically happen in the back. Keep your arms fully extended, hips slightly behind knee level. Keep pushing down. We've got 5 more seconds here. Slowly come up. Well done. From there, we're going to do something called a half saddle. That particular stretch is basically meant to open out the shoulders. The next one is meant for our quadriceps and our hip flexors. Now, I want you to just sit. One leg forward, knee is bent. Opposite leg, bring the leg back. Showing out sideways so it's easier for you to understand what I'm going to tell you now. So I want the knee to be pointing out. Yeah, not forward. Your chest is facing forward. Knee is pointing out as much as you can go. Front leg, knee is bent. From there, just go back. Without lifting your knee, go back as much as you can. Without doing 2 things. Without bringing the knee forward and without bringing the knee up. Just go back as much as you can and just hold that stretch. You're going to feel that in your quadriceps and the hip flexor. Yeah, you're going to feel that the entire length. Stay there. So one thing I want to talk about is the importance of recovery. When we're doing recovery, yes, we are kind of focusing on the muscle and lengthening and letting the muscles relax, and so we can come back harder. But it's also what recovery does, it gives us that mental break as well. It's very important that the mind is rested too. Yeah, talk more about that in a bit. Slowly come up, switch side. Take that leg back. Remember, knees pointing out, not forward. Okay, let's sit back as much as you can. Remember to feel that stretch in the quadriceps and your hip flexor. Coming back to recovering in the mind as well, because when we exercise constantly, we're in that rush always, yeah? And there's a lot of mental fatigue because of work, and not just professional, but even at home, whatever work you're doing, just your day-to-days. It's a lot of thinking that happens. It's very important that your body and mind both recover. And for that, a great thing to do, that's something I really enjoy, it's kind of being amongst nature, and really depends on where you are. It could be just walking in the park, could be wherever the trees, you could just be sitting under tree for a bit. Yeah. Slowly come up. Back to that in a while. Yeah. The next one's going to be a scorpion twist. So for that, we're going to lie on our stomach. We'll do the scorpion twist, and then after that, we'll do something called the seated spinal twist. So for that, lie on your stomach. Hands are out. Similar to a warm, but this time we're going to be holding it. One leg goes up. Drop that leg down. Knees are pointing up. Hand goes up and stay over there. Yeah. Make sure you're not pushing your shoulders in. Try to kind of rotate the hand out. Keep your palms down in the back. Very important. Let's go. So like I was saying, it's important that you take a walk. It could be just wherever you find a lot of trees, just walk around. Wherever there's a lot of greenery, it helps a lot in terms of relaxing the mind. Yeah. And definitely hanging around with close friends and family and having a good laugh is also a great way to relax mentally. 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch the other side. Just going to turn so I'm facing you all. Let's go. Make sure your palm is placed down, that hand in the back, okay? Keep that palm placed down and in line with the shoulder, slightly lower. Let it not go above. Yeah. Lift the knee up. Kind of opens out the hips also a little. And goes up. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. From here we move to our seated spinal twist. One leg comes down. Opposite leg, we've done this last week as well. Opposite leg comes up. Now whichever leg is up, opposite hand, you grab the knee, you hug your knee, pull it towards the opposite shoulder. Lift the chest up. Let's begin. As you do this, rotate, keep pulling it in. Feel that stretch on that deep muscle of the hip to that SI joint muscle. Keep pulling in, keep pulling in. I'm going to talk more about that mind recovery as well. Yeah, come back to that in a few seconds. Keep the chest lifted. Keep pulling the knee towards the shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Let's go the other side. Nice and easy. Pull that in. Get the leg up. Now whichever leg is up, opposite hand, hug the knee. Pull it towards the opposite shoulder. Lift the chest up and let's begin. Keep pulling in. Remember to keep the chest up. Touching on that mind recovery again. So it could be something that I really enjoy doing is just taking a walk in the mountains. And I have a lot of trees around where I stay, so I just kind of enjoy that. That fresh air makes a world of a difference. So in case there's wherever you are, it's not filled with trees, just take a walk outside. Just that fresh air makes a world of difference just sitting inside. Let's ensure to do that. Now, change. From there, we will stand up to do our tricep stretch. Like I said, today's focus is a little bit more on the upper body. So now, any one hand goes up. Grab the elbow, pull it towards midline. Pull it towards midline. Keep the chest up. Stay there. Try to get your biceps as close to your ears as possible. And then from there, try to pull the elbow down towards the head. You've got 5 more seconds there. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath when you're doing your stretches. 3, 2, and 1. Let's change hand. Opposite hand. Pull the elbow in and let's begin. Keep the chest up. Remember, get the biceps as close to your ears as possible. And then elbow, try and pull it down towards your head. So recovery days, it's very important that you're doing some stretches, going out, taking a walk, getting that me time as well. Very, very, very important, so you can come back stronger mentally and physically. Let's switch from there. Now from there, next thing we're going to do is a one hand back neck stretch. So what I want you to do is just get one hand back as high as you can, yeah, wherever you are feeling comfortable, yeah. Keep the shoulder pulled back. Opposite hand, just hold the head to the side, not forward, not back, to the side, and then pull your ears towards the shoulder. That's the direction you want to go. Don't drop your head forward or back, smooth sideways only. Don't pull too hard. Remember, just a light stretch is where we want you to be. As you exhale, you can slowly pull a little bit more where you feel that stretch a little deeper. Don't be too hard on yourself though. Yeah. Easy. And release, nice and slow. Let's get the opposite hand back. Take it up as much as you can. Yeah, that kind of locks that in, focusing on that stretch in the neck. Pull to the side. Nice and easy. Round one, I hope you all remember, like I said in the previous session, remember what you've done in round number one. So in round number two, you know how much further you're going. 10 more seconds there. Nice and easy. Keep that breathing in check. Relax. 3, 2, and 1. One last one before we go to round number two on all these movements is your standing forward fold. For that, keep your feet hip width apart. From there, lift your hand up nice and high. Drive your hips back. Slowly go down. Slowly go down. Reach down as much as you can. Hold your leg wherever that might be and pull yourself slightly lower. Yep, that's where we are. Nice and slow. Just go down as much as you can where you're feeling that stretch in all the muscles of your posterior chain. Keep breathing. Exhale every time you want to pull yourself a little lower. Exhale. And slowly bend the knee and come up. We're not done. We're going to do all of that once more to make sure you get that good stretch and ready for another training session. Let's get down to your puppy pose for round number two. Lift your hips up. Hands are forward and slightly wider than shoulder width. Drop the chest down as much as you can while your arms are fully extended. Stay over there. Keep pushing the chest down. Just see if you'll remember what you did in round one. If you're able to go a little bit more this time, or even if you're not able to go a little bit more, is it a little bit more relaxed than what it was in round number one? Just push the chest down as much as you can. Slowly come out of it. From there, we'll go into the half saddle, focusing on our quads and hip flexor. Knee pointing out. Drop down as much as you can. Remember, keep the knee down. Go back as much as you can, keeping the knee down and pointing out. That little tip that I gave you all on recovering in the mind as well. Make sure to do that. Go for a walk. Just spend some time with good friends and family who you're close to. Have a good laugh. Whatever it is, it's very important to have all the elements put together, because that's going to help you recover holistically, yeah? Not just physically. Yeah, it's very important to have all the other aspects as well fit into your lifestyle. Just depends on proportions. Slowly come up. Let's switch side now. Remember, knees pointing out and knees down. Let's drop back. Stay there. Feel that stretch. Like I said, even if you're not doing more in terms of range, even if you're doing the same range, just try and remember what the struggle was in the first round and how much easier you are doing it at this point. Something I said in the previous session, when some of you all have DOMS, which is the delayed onset of muscle soreness, or somebody's just sore from your workout, you will not be able to go your maximum that you would when you're not sore. Just keep that in mind in all the recovery sessions. So it's okay, as long as you're feeling that stretch, it's great. Slowly come out of this. Our next one's going to be a scorpion twist. So I want all of you all to lie on your stomach. Hands out in line with the shoulder, slightly behind the line of the shoulder. From there, up. One leg down, hand up. Palm should be pressed down in the back, okay? Palms to be pressed down. And goes up, over here as well. Just take your hand back as much as you can so you feel that stretch in that anterior part of the shoulder, which is the upper part of your chest. 10 more seconds there. Doing good so far. It's very important that that recovery happens well. Slowly come back. Let's go the other side. Just going to switch once again so I can see all. Let's go. Hold it there. Open out. Breathe. Make sure you feel that stretch in the shoulder joint. Just breathe. I just want you all to focus on the breathing and really feel that muscle relax as we're doing each stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back. Let's switch to the seated spinal twist. One leg down. Keep that crossed. Now the other leg comes up, whichever knee is up, opposite hand. Hug, pull it towards your shoulder, and twist. Lift the chest up as much as you can. Keep pulling the knee in towards the shoulder, and while you do that, keep focusing on lifting your chest up and pushing your body, upper body slightly forward as you pull your knee in. So you're trying to get the knee, the leg and the upper body close as possible. Lift the chest up. Feel that stretch on that deep muscle there. Let's switch. Other side. Hug the knee. One hand back. Lift the chest up and twist as much as you can. Keep that up, keep that up. I'm going to keep repeating what I said in terms of the recovery part. It's not just the stretches that's going to help. Yeah. Do the other bits as well to keep that recovery holistic. Let's switch. From here, we're going to stand up and we're going to be doing our tricep stretch. So let's all stand up. One hand back, grab the elbow, pull it in towards midline, and then down towards your head. Ensure to hold that stretch with me. Just stay there. Every few seconds, if you feel it's getting a little relaxed, try to deepen that stretch by pulling a little bit more. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Switch hand. Opposite hand. Pull that in. Chest up. Make sure to feel that stretch in the tricep. That's the back of your hand. That part. Yeah. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. From there, if you move to the next stretch, one hand back, get up as much as you can, cap the head on the side, and pull the ear towards the shoulder. Yeah, that's the direction you're going. Not forward. Don't push the head forward or back. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Just relax. Just focus on feeling that stretch in the muscle. And also thinking of your next workout and all that grind you're going to go through again. 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch. Other hand. Pull down gently. Don't be angry. Try to pull your head out of there. It's nice and easy. Keep that simple. 10 more seconds. And then we have one last stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Back here. Now, move to our standing forward fold. Feet hip width apart. Lift your hand up nice and high. Drive your hip back as much as you can. Drop the upper body down. Slowly go down. As much as you can. Hold it there. Let's begin. Every few seconds, as you feel comfortable, just try and pull yourself a little lower. And every time you want to pull yourself a little lower, make sure you're breathing out. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bend the knee and then come up nice and easy. Excellent work there, guys. That was our recovery session number 2. For all that work you've been putting in, it's time to make sure you recover both mentally and physically. Yeah, there is going to be a lot of stress in the mind as well. Yeah, so make sure you're taking that time out, stepping out, getting some fresh air, enjoy some good time with your friends and family, and come back hard for week 3 with Shwe. Yeah, you know that's going to be a grind, and I'm sure you guys are enjoying it. And I'll see you at the end of the next week. Take care and have a great week ahead of you.